Okay, good morning. We're here at the Washington, D.C. Public Library for the Open Government Directive session. And today we're here with Patricia Bonner from the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency. And Patricia, I was very impressed with your presentation because it was a succinct PowerPoint, and you laid out basically that we need, I gathered authentic vision and strategies that when you get the right people together in constructive ways, good information can result in allowing for collaborations to become sustainable. That's what I summarized in your actual. Was that rather accurate on your side?
The one thing that you said was collaborations being sustainable, and that wasn't where I was. The decisions become sustainable if all of the principles are used.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so we're here with this open government directive as a result of the president's memorandum right day after the inauguration, January 21st. It said he wanted government to be more open, more participatory, more transparent, and more collaborative. That is more than a mountain to climb in government. And you say, I think you've been around since...
I've been with EPA since 1984, but I've been in public involvement since 1971.
Wow. So we're here in November 16th, 2009. We are maybe weeks potentially away from what I understand to be a directive becoming official?
I hope so.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, you know, I'm going to use the opportunity throughout the session today to try to give our viewing audience the understanding of what it means to have open government. And so we hope to, truly be a partner of educating, engaging, and empowering, ultimately. What we focus on at What's Up Government TV is the small and minority business movement and how they become a part of the process. As you know, we have small business initiatives and goals, but this open government probably paves the way for an entire new outcome. What do you think, Patricia?
From the perspective of a small business?
Yes, trying to do business with the government.
Well, I hope it means eventually that people have easier access to information that they can use, that they can understand, and that makes sense for their goals and ours. So that means developing a better understanding of each other and our purposes, our goals, and theirs, and finding a balance so that we can move forward together to match as much as possible, reaching both sets of goals.
You know, it seems like in whether we're talking about healthcare debate or the lack of access to capital or many of these public sector initiatives today, we are finding public distrust within government. Do you feel that this is a basis here, open government, to the gateway to changing that distrust into trust?
I hope it is. Trust has been falling for a long time, and I think we've had many surveys from many sources telling us that. I think EPA is one agency where the trust is pretty good with the public most of the time. But I think it can get better, and I really do believe that when people understand one another's goals and understand the limits of the powers that we have, that we can get together and make good decisions.
Let me say, from a minority business perspective or an urban center resident in many of our cities across the state, I was really intrigued, once again, Patricia, about how you laid out in your presentation with clarity a vision that this collaboration can result in sustainable decisions being made in the favor of. My question drew from your comments whether the agency has made a newfound commitment under this administration, because we often hear about environmental injustice in those very centers of urban core communities. Do you see a match between what we're dealing with here today and ultimate, reformation of that perception?
the way that I would respond to that is to point to the memorandum that our administrators sent very soon after the open government memorandum from President Obama. Lisa Jackson's message was very much along the same lines, that we need to be creative in our use of all kinds of media and more open, more transparent, yes, more participatory, more collaborative, but we also need to take care of those who can't take care of them with the current situation. So this shows her interest in environmental justice, in communities having a voice, and in making good environmental decisions based on good science with people in mind.
I could not think of a better person between Lisa Jackson and, of course, the former Governor Christine Todd Whitman, both from New Jersey, who understand the environmental pollution side of the coin, if you will, especially in Camden, New Jersey, the second poorest city in the country, and has a documented history of what has been classified as environmental injustice by many of the community residents, and probably challenged your agency so often. So maybe because of those connections, and some of this is about, you know, relationships, and relationships probably equate to affinities and understanding. Do you feel even more confident because of what you just said, with her signing off on that memorandum day after the president gave his edict to the country?
I do, and I think that she has been very much true to those ideas in what she has said and done since, because we are seeing more emphasis on environmental justice. We are seeing greater interest in bringing the community's voice to the table, and I think that's a real plus.
That's extremely encouraging, obviously. Patricia, thank you so much for joining us here. And once again, we're at Washington, D.C. Public Library, and on 9th Street on the Government Directive, Open Directive, Government Directive session. I guess this is the first session of this group. A 60-member planning group, both of non-government and government. Thank you once again, Patricia, and we'll be back with you for some other experts here. Thank you so much.